community? Nice. I might take you community.
I live in San Diego.
Nice. Do you work here or?
No, I'm a student actually.
Okay, excellent.
This is my son.
Nice. It's getting good information. Hopefully not too boring.
He's a Facebook person, but I had some mailing to do at the post office, and I said, "Gotta go with me because I don't have enough time."
Still a good thing for everybody to learn about. Now, everybody has a Facebook, or at least most people do.
So, I guess just to get started off, there's a little video I want to show you guys, just kind of something to lighten the mood, I suppose.
How about those 25 things notes that everybody's doing on Facebook now? Those are pretty dumb. I'm Julian Smith, and these are my 25 things I hate about Facebook. Okay, why are we doing this?
It's fun.
Is it? Is it really fun? Are you enjoying this?
Yeah. Thank you.
Cool. I'm done.
Thanks.
Okay, you know, I'm gonna delete you on my friends list right now. Number 3. Oh, it's my birthday. I wonder if I'll have a surprise party. I wonder if, holy crap, I have 3,000 notifications. They all say happy birthday. Do I have to respond to these? Number 4, the compare your friends app. Really? Pillow fight requests. Wow, that was fun. I don't really hate Facebook chat, but it can be annoying in some instances. Like this one. Hey man, do you remember me from kindergarten? Bing! One of your friends has sent you a gift. Oh great, it's a lollipop. What am I supposed to do with it? Thanks, Jeremy. Are you there? We all have someone on our friends list who posts way too many status updates. Old people on Facebook, like grandparents and stuff. It's a little weird. There should be an age limit. Event invites, or group invites. When they like keep sending them, and they don't stop after you don't reply to them, they just keep sending them. Dude, do you want to be my group? No thanks, man. Dude, do you want to be my group? No. Dude, do you want to be my group? I don't want to be. It's really cool. It's a polar bear jumping group. Top friend drama. Been meaning to clean up my top friends. Come here. Dude, what's going on, man? I thought I was your number 1. You're number 4 now. You made me so mad. Dude, I can change, man. I can be a better friend. It's too late for change. You had your chance. Submit.
Am I number 1? Am I number 1?
You're number 1.
Yeah.
Submit. That's better. What about those awkward video comments that people leave on other people's walls? Flare and bumper stickers. How do you know this person? Nobody cares. Relative requests. Notification. So-and-so has tagged you in a picture.
So disgusting. Totally untagging myself. That's better.
Invitations from people who say they lost their phone and they need all their friends' numbers again, but you have no need to give them your number.
Hey everyone, I dropped my phone into the toilet and I need your numbers. Don't ask me how I got there, LOL. Join the group. Join. Click join.
Do I know you? Okay, you know how on people you may know, there's always that one dude that you know for a fact you don't know and you've never met him a day in your life, but he just never goes away and he's always right there in that little window? I feel like we should all just go add that guy. That whole side of the window there, I'm just gonna like put a piece of duct tape over it because you got those weird ads that say, hey, wanna meet hot Christian singles near you? And you got that guy with his like shirt, he's like lifted up here and he's like, what's up man, I'm a Christian, just spreading the love. What? Threads. You send one comment or send one email to a group of people and you are notified every day for the rest of your life whenever it gets commented on. How about when you're going to look at someone's pictures and you click on it because you want to make it bigger and it doesn't get any bigger. In fact, sometimes it gets like smaller. Get rid of that crap. Duplicate pictures. If you've got more than one of the same picture on your profile, why? And finally, last and definitely most least, Facebook relationship gossip.
Hey bro, did you hear about Ian and Jessica?
OMG, I totally have not. What's up?
They are in a relationship.
Is it on Facebook?
But I'm sorry, I saw that you were typing.
It's cool, but seriously, what's up?
Well, they are in a relationship. It's not Facebook official, but it is legit.
How did you find out?
Chris told me. Maggie told Chris. But don't tell anyone because it's a secret.
I'm Julian Smith, and these are my 25 things I hate about Facebook. What do you hate?
Okay.
That was funny. I probably do like 10 of those things.
And we all do. That's what we like. We all do those very things, but it's just very funny to see. I mean, that's really just kind of in a funny way illustrating the point of Facebook is really used for a lot of different things, so it's getting very interesting that it's kind of starting to be infused with other parts of our lives. It's no longer just really a personal tool. It's being used as part of employers finding information, schools being able to market to their students, just all over the place. It's exploding with stuff. So just a little bit of information. There's obviously a ton of information, statistical information that I can give you guys on this. But some of the most interesting ones were 96% of students said that they use Facebook on a typical day, which I think at this point is not surprising. Probably close to that same percentage have a Facebook, so I'm guessing that most people are using just on a daily basis. Next, only 11% of students have privacy settings restricting outside access, which are a lot of those privacy settings that have been improved over the years because of legal implications. But basically what this is saying is that when they did a study of this, of content that students had on their Facebook, they didn't have a Facebook, they just had a normal Facebook account, and then, you know, if your stuff was open to where they could see it without being your friend, it was that kind of information. So it was very, very basic. It wasn't like they were friends of friends of friends where you could see a lot more content. The next one also, 45% of employers use Facebook, Twitter, and other social media also to screen job ad candidates. So I know we've talked to a lot of different employers, and some say I've never heard of that. They're like, I don't know of any companies that we work with that do that. But then there are other ones that say, yeah, we're kind of starting to do that. Maybe it's not every time, but there are certain things that they're starting to look into. I guess just along these lines, everyone here, if you're on Facebook, you're kind of already becoming a Facebook expert. You usually know how to get around things. You usually know the different types of information that's on there and things like that. So most people know how to navigate it pretty well, especially college-age students. It's just kind of being mindful of the types of information that's being on there, or the perception of that information that's being put out there, of what like employers or universities are thinking about it. On the next slide, just a little bit of statistical information. This is kind of the area that we're looking at right here. This is students 18 to 25, and this is people 26 to 34. They basically represent the largest majority of people using Facebook. We can see right here it's broken up between male and female, but between the ages of 18 and 25, sorry, 18 and 25, there's 20.3 million people using Facebook, and then 26 to 34, there's 16.1 million people using Facebook. So there are a lot of people in those college age demographics using Facebook, which isn't a surprise because it was designed for college students. That's exactly the point. But with all of these other demographics starting to move in there, teenagers, you know, like people are, like, for instance, I would say our parents' age, things like that, that are joining it as well, but the college demographic is still blowing them out of the water. They're actually in excess of the other age groups by about, I think it's 4.7 million more people between 18 and 34. So that's still a huge percentage. If you go to the next one, 54%. So 54% of all the people that are on Facebook are between the ages of 18 and 34, which is interesting that I think that's where a lot of the information, this is in 2009, I mean, obviously Facebook is rapidly growing in popularity, that it can be changing from time to time, but I don't think that this range is going to do anything but really get bigger, because there's a lot of people that are still getting into college that are still getting into Facebook. So this is kind of one of the reasons why employers are really starting to notice this demographic. There's a lot of people on Facebook, and so now they have the opportunity to look at this demographic in ways that they maybe haven't been able to before. So they're able to, looking out for these different people to find out more information about what's going on in those people's personal lives, which again, I'll probably just say it's not necessarily ethical, it's not necessarily morally right, but it's what employers are going to do to ensure that their investment in people, in you guys as employees, is going to be worth their money. They don't want to get someone that is going to be out partying all night and isn't going to show up to work, or they're going to call out sick, or they're going to end up getting fired in 3 months because they're not doing their job well. Does that necessarily mean that? Does it mean that if you're partying every night that I'm going to be that employee, that I'm not going to show up to work? Not necessarily, but that's a risk that employers don't want to take. If you go to the next one, this is a little bit of the information. This is just interesting information about content that students add on Facebook. 86% of students listed what residence hall they lived in. Almost 60% list their course schedule. 15% list phone number. 87% have their own image as their Facebook profile picture, which makes sense, but at the same time that can still be some kind of a safety issue. But for employers, what that does is that confirms exactly which Facebook that they're looking at. So they know it's exactly you. And there's not going to be any ambiguity as to if they're looking up the different John Smith for people that there might be a lot of generic names. Here though is kind of where the information gets a little bit more pertinent to employers. 53% of profiles have a photograph of someone drinking, so it wasn't necessarily the person drinking, but it's in the background, which still raises concerns to employers. Here's the other interesting part is positive text references. So the next two positive references to drinking and partying are about 38 and 25%. And so it's not just pictures that employers are noticing. And that's the easiest thing for us to think of is, oh, I'll clean up my pictures. But there's plenty of things on there of you having conversations with people about the crazy party that happened, or like, man, I got so wasted, and you're like, okay, maybe I want to watch out who's able to see those things, which is where the privacy settings come into play. So yeah, there are so many things that we'll talk into later, but events, a lot of different things that are going on in your life that are on this, that can start to raise flags for employers. The next one. This is just a little bit of a breakdown of kind of how the different sides are using Facebook. So obviously, college students are using it for social engagement. They're trying to socialize with their friends, family, people that they're on campus with, people from back home, just connect with people. Blogging, so kind of their thoughts, their opinions on things. Entertainment, like kind of what we showed, like videos. Also, there's all sorts of other fun things that are on there, games and stuff. And then also educational and professional reasons. So either doing research or, educational professionals, they're putting their resume on there. They're connecting with professors. There's a lot of other positive things that people are doing with Facebook. But the businesses are, I think, in three major ways using it for one, risk management, which is the idea of them checking Facebooks. That they're trying to minimize the risk of someone that they're potentially going to hire. Recruitment, so they have ads. There are people that will contact people saying, hey, there are like internship opportunities or job opportunities. And then advertising, so just in general, you guys see ads everywhere on those things that they're using them to sell their products at the same time. They're trying to connect with students just like students are trying to connect with each other. So moving right into it, kind of the dangers of Facebook, and again, this is really focused, there's all sorts of different topics on it, but this is really just kind of focused on the career aspect of it. This was a great quote from one of the things that one of the articles I was researching. You don't want to lose out on a great internship or job over something that could have been prevented. So it's just talking about the awareness that you can prevent these things if you're aware of how they're checking your Facebook. Again, it doesn't necessarily point back to you need to change all the content on your Facebook. Just maybe a little bit of that and how people are able to view it. Employers have access to the real you, which is again kind of that mixture of personal and professional life. That should my personal life really reflect that, but the companies are more worried, are becoming worried about their investment in these employees. Once it's posted forever. Again, you can delete things, but you can't control how quickly that's deleted off the page. So yeah, I've posted something, and then, even if there's a typo in it, I'm going to go in and delete it, but you don't know how quickly that's already going to be distributed to people, or once I hit delete, there are people that have said that they've